Welcome to Eagle Park. The Eagles, after a couple of cancellations, finally back on the diamond. See if they can knock off some of the rust against a Westside Rams team in region. And this is the type of games where you cannot let slip. After losing 2 to easily, a good chance to get back on track with a win against the Rams here.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Graham. Good to be back in Eagle Park on an absolutely gorgeous evening here in the Emerald City, and you're right, man. It's just it's go time for the Eagles. It's been a week since we've seen the Eagles in action, a couple of rainouts, but a big game tonight between Greenwood and Westside that will go a long way in determining playoff seeding in this region.
The first time these two teams have matched up this year. We had Tuesday was supposed to be in Anderson, but with the rain, we had a cancellation earlier this week. So Jaden Adams getting the start in game one of a series here against the Rams. Not only that was the biggest move, Landon still playing center field and leading off tonight.
Yeah, Jaden, we saw him in the preseason tournament. He pitched very well against Powdersville, and hope to get that kind of performance tonight from him. And that shift landed to center field, which he's got some experience playing center field. And, you know, defensively, the Eagles should be solid tonight. It will take a great effort to get a win against Westside.
Yeah, Westside will have Tyler Scott, Jackson Holmes, and Brody Cottle 1, 2, 3 in the order for Jaden Adams to face, as Greenwood looking to get on a good start in the region against Westside. It's going to have to start tonight at home. 7 p.m. first pitch. We're 2 minutes over that, as Westside will send out Tyler Scott, their shortstop, to lead off this game. Greenwood trying to bounce back and get back in the win column. Something they haven't done since the Berea games about 2 weeks ago.
And this is absolutely gorgeous weather, man.
It is.
Short sleeve weather at the start of this ball game, and we're about to be underway.
First pitch from Jaden Adams is on the outside. Let you know first pitch brought to you by Carter Collision Center, located 309-3901 US 25 in Hodges. Stop by for a free quote. That one's upstairs from Adams. Or you could call Carter Collision Center at 864-374-7848. It's your choice. Choose smarter. Call Carter. 2 balls, no strikes to Tyler Scott. First batter of the game.
Go ahead. I was just going to say I'm anxious to see, you know, this, of course, being intercession week. You know school this week, and want to see what kind of energy the Eagles bring to the ballpark tonight.
It's a 3-ball count, and ball 4 is thrown by Jaden Adams. It's 4 straight balls to start off his outing. Westside get their leadoff man aboard.
Now batting for Westside, third baseman number 13, Jackson Holmes.
Defensively, we do look a little different tonight, Graham. You want to go over our defense for us?
Yeah, from left to right on the infield, you got Luke Godwin at third, Matt Murray at short, Ryan Stone at second, and then Braden Scott is at first, with Landon still playing center. Not too many times this year we've seen the trio in the infield of Stone, Murray, and Godwin all playing at the same time.
What Jaden being on the bump does for you is allows you to probably put your best defensive infield in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a trade-off there, but don't want to give up walks.
Another fastball inside, this time to the third baseman, Jackson Holmes. And now Coach Baker, after his starter deals 5 straight balls in his outing, a quick mound visit just to calm things down.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Quick visit just to settle him in, and he'll be fine. Just needs to throw a strike or two. It's kind of like basketball. You just need to see it go through the the rim and net. Used to tell my guys that were struggling shooting, you got to find a way to get to the foul line and just watch it go in.
Right. Something for Adams to keep in mind here. Fresh off the mound visit. Looking for his first strike. This will be his 6th pitch. It's popped up. Shallow into center. Landon still is under. And he's able to collect the first out of the game. And right there in center field, a good jump from Landon Still. We don't see him much in the outfield, usually the everyday first baseman, but the outfield is something he's working on, something that he's probably going to play at the next level.
Exactly right. That will be his home at the next level in the outfield with his speed just roaming and covering that ground. So good to see him out there.
Here's the DH Cottle. 1 on, 1 out, top of the first. No score between Westside and Greenwood. Swing and a miss. Adams humps it in, a fastball down the middle.
And how about that? After the mound visit, 2 strikes.
One of them,
out.
yeah, one of them being an out. Coach Baker must have said the magic words. Here's the 0-1. That was a good breaking ball. Cottle not swinging.
Good job by Luke Hanna behind the plate.
Both teams coming into this game fairly hungry, wanting some W's on the resume. And a strike dealt from Adams.
And we really hadn't talked about what's on the line here in the series, but, you know, you got Easley and Greenville, then Greenwood and Westside all kind of jockeying for position in the region. And this is big because, you know, Greenwood and Westside are kind of fighting for that 3rd spot.
On the ground, second base to Stone. This could be 2. Murray over to Scott at first. Dug out of the ground. It's a double play for Adams to erase the base runner. As the Eagles have a 0 spot in the top half of the first, we'll head to the bottom of the first with the Eagles coming to the plate for the first time. When we come back, stay with us as you're watching the Greenwood Eagles on YouTube. Back to Eagle Park, the Greenwood Eagles will send Still, Adams, and Murray up to the plate, due up in this inning. They'll face Jacob Kirkus, a righty on the mound for Westside. Landon Still not only in a new position, in a new spot in the order, batting first. See if he can set the tone for the Eagles here in the bottom of the first inning.
think it's important to do that, Graham. I think in lieu of kind of what's happened the last week or so and not really seeing the ball well against Easley, I think you need to play from the lead a little bit and relax and get these bats going in this offense that's very capable of scoring runs.
Landon Still swinging the bat from the left side. Louisiana Monroe commit. Trying to lead off the Eagles with a bang. Kirkus, one of the slew of many lanky right-handers that Greenwood has faced this year.
Working from the stretch.
Yep.
Well, now he's in the windup.
Gets a foul ball there from Landon Still. Now ball on a strike. No score in the bottom of the first inning. Greenwood had a 4-6-3 double play to get out of the first after walking the leadoff man, Scott. He's at shortstop. Here's a 1-1 to Landon Still. Inside, he gets the call. Like maybe a changeup there from Kirkus. It's a ball and 2 strikes. To the outside. That's where he was going for, and that's lasered into left. And Landon Still leads us off with a single here at Eagle Park.
And that's good to see for 2 reasons. Number one, that's my son. But the other reason is it puts good speed on the base paths. And hopefully after a few pitches here, he'll be in scoring position.
Got to be aggressive on the base paths. Get yourself ahead.
Jaden Adams, very capable hitter himself. Got to get top of the lineup going. I think this team will look a lot different. We can get those guys going.
We've seen Jaden Adams in the 9-hole at times this year. Now he's batting second in the order. And he's one of those guys that can really get on base, string some hits together.
I tell you, with Steele and Adams at the top of the lineup, that's really good speed if we can just get them on base. Let's go.
Adams to left field. There is no doubt about it. 2-0 Greenwood.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump ahead of you there, Graham.
No, he got all of it. And you don't need speed when you trot around the bases.
Yeah, that was a no-doubter off the bat, and good to see that from Jaden Adams.
For the second straight time here at home, Greenwood have a home run in the first inning.
I tell you, we're missing the big bats from last year with Aiken and Tiller and those guys. But I'm telling you, Jaden Adams, Landon Steele, those guys, if they get on base, this offense can produce a lot of runs.
He had 2 home runs against Easley, but both of them were solo home runs between Matt Murray and Luke Godwin. Here's Matt Murray now, 2-0 Greenwood lead. He looks at a strike. But getting the guys on base, driving them in is going to be the key for Greenwood, because when they've gotten into shootouts this year, it really hasn't been kind to them.
No, and last time we were together, Graham, I think we batted 174, 175, so that's not going to get it. Now, the other team's not going to always hit 400 like Easley did, but man, you got to give them all the credit in the world. But it's good to see Greenwood getting out to an early lead. I thought that was very important for tonight's game.
That's on the outside of Matt Murray now, a ball and 2 strikes. How about this? Jaden Adams with a scoreless top of the first, a 2-run homer in the bottom half.
He's making an early stake to the player of the game, maybe.
He's already given himself a 2-run cushion at the mound.
That's right. Good job by Matt that time, staying alive in not a favorable hitter's count, but he's been hitting it pretty well for the Eagles this season.
He has. He's a Mars Hill commit. They play some good baseball, especially down in that conference. 1-2 to Murray. Sits on it. That was below the knees. It was a gutsy take, but now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out in the bottom of the first. 2-0 Greenwood after the 2-run homer from Jaden Adams. That was the last batter. And a swing and a miss, a strikeout is how Kirkus will get his first out of the game.
Chased a high fastball. Good pitch.
Now batting for Eagles.
Here's Luke Godwin.
Number 2, Luke Godwin.
Last time he came to the plate, he sent a moonshot over the scoreboard in left center. Right now, you just want to keep the line moving with Pumpkin Chamberlain.
Good to see
on
Pastor
deck.
Jalmer
Yep.
in the chat box there. We appreciate you watching. Got to get you out on the pickleball court, Ben.
The strike dealt into Luke Godwin. Yeah, let us know where you're listening from today. You can use the chat box here on YouTube.
Let us know if the audio sounds okay.
Godwin checks his swing, but it's a called strike nonetheless, and it's 0-2. With one out, nobody on. 2-0 is the Greenwood Eagle lead.
Really weird time of the day when the pitcher's mound is in the sun and ball's coming into the shade to the batter. Always hard to see for those few minutes. Didn't seem to affect Jaden Adams.
No, it did not. Missed his spot on the 0-2. You see the catcher, Slayton, was all the way to the outside, something they've been doing on the 2-strike pitches. And they tried that with Landon Still with 2 strikes. He missed his spot, left it over the plate a little too much, and he had a single into left. Well, he's got to execute on these 2-strike pitches. That was a good one there, but floated above the zone, and it's 2-2 to Luke Godwin. Swing and a miss. 2 consecutive strikeouts for Kirkus. He fans Murray and Godwin, and now here's Pumpkin Chamberlain with 2 out, nobody on in the bottom of the first.
Now batting for Eagles, right fielder number 5, Marnarian Chamberlain.
Just a quality pitch that time from Kirkus. A big breaking ball and got a lot of bite to it. Let's see if we can get something going with 2 with Marnarian, who's hit the ball well this season as well.
He's been seeing the ball great.
He's been probably, I would venture to say, the most pleasant surprise in the lineup this season for the Eagles.
And he can track a lot of ground out in right field. They play him shallow, which helps a lot. He can come in and make catches you wouldn't expect. And also when he's giving you a good bat week in, week out, there's no complaints. He's batting 5th in the order for a reason.
That's exactly right. When he gets on base, it gives you another element of speed.
A breaker on the inside from Kirkus. 2 balls and a strike.
Some of you may recognize the home plate umpire.
Now 3-1. Kirkus able to deal a strike, and Chamberlain just got rung up on strike 2.
Well, I think Charles got a little ahead of himself there.
Here's the full count pitch with 2 outs. Chamberlain able to fight it off.
That was pretty funny. Hey, we've all been there. I've umpired a few games too, and you kind of get lost back there sometimes if you're not careful.
3-2 again. Chamberlain.
There it is.
This time he gets rung up for sure.
Darn it.
So other than a single and a 2-run homer in the first 2 batters, Kirkus struck out the side. Murray, Godwin, and Chamberlain in consecutive order. That'll give Jaden Adams the ball back on the mound with a 2-run lead when we come back. You're watching the Greenwood Eagles on YouTube. Jaden Adams faced the minimum in the first inning. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Westside Rams. It'll start with the catcher Trenton Slayton. Greenwood ahead 2-0 here at Eagle Park. 2-run homer from Jaden Adams in the first. Now he's back on the mound. First pitch upstairs into Slayton.
Jaden finished off the top of the first in strong fashion after a shaky start. Let's see if he can pick it up where he left off.
Into center. Having a beat on it is Landon Still, and can of corn for him out in center field, and there's one gone.
Landon got moved to the outfield last summer in summer ball. We always knew that was kind of going to be his spot. And he played really good outfield last summer.
And he seems poised out there in center field. Right now he's shaded a bit towards right center. Here's Will Thomas, the first baseman. Adams, a bit of an over-the-top delivery. He was missing inside to the righties, missed outside and up now to the lefty Will Thomas, the first baseman. It's 2 balls, no strikes.
If you follow Greenwood football, Jaden was the young man who was on the receiving end of a couple of long touchdown passes.
3-0 after that, misses above the zone.
And one of the fastest players on the football team, if from my understanding, he may have been the fastest. So quite an athlete.
Yeah, he was getting screen passes thrown to him, was returning kicks, punts. Gets a strike there on the 3-0 count. Yeah, Jaden Adams really showed his athleticism and speed this football season.
Let me tell you something. They don't come any better as a person either.
Another pop-up, this one in foul territory down the line and left. Third base side, Luke Hanna could not get his mitt on it. He actually ran into Coach Pritchett on his way. Try and get the foul ball. But a good effort. It's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Westside has been under the ball a couple times.
Thank goodness they're not. Don't want to jinx it, but they're not quite hitting it like we saw the from the Easley Greenway.
Yeah, that's
week.
right. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Adams. He fans Thomas. There's 2 down in the inning, and it's 2-0 Greenwood.
Going back to what I was speaking of a while ago, is, I've been fortunate to be around some really good athletes and see kids come up through school. And a lot of times kids just don't have that humility that Jaden has. And you just love to see good things happen to kids like Jaden Adams.
Yeah, Jaden's got a very bright future ahead of him. He's doing a bit of everything on the diamond today. First pitch was a ball to Phoenix Herndon. That one foul territory down the line and right. First baseman Braden Scott ventures over there and makes the grab. So 1-2-3 second for Adams. Greenwood head to the bottom of the second with a 2-run lead. Stay with us as you're watching on YouTube. Back to Greenwood, 2-0 lead for the Eagles. We're starting the bottom of the second inning. Kirkus on the mound. He got 3 Ks to end the first. Seemed like he kind of got into a rhythm.
He's got good stuff.
Deals a strike there into the DH, Rhett Brown.
We got 2 early hits off of him, a leadoff single by Landon Still, and then a 2-run shot from Jaden Adams, but that's pretty much been it.
He's been using that slider, it looks like, to the outside, to the righty hitters. Got a couple swing and misses already. He struck out Murray, Godwin, and Chamberlain.
There it is. That's a really good over-the-top curveball. Breaking away from the righties.
Ball and 2 strikes to the leadoff man in the second. The pitch to Rhett Brown. Outside corner, missed it. Now 2-2.
You can tell how dialed in a pitcher is by when he gets ahead in the count, how much he's missing by. And, of course, he's trying to miss, but his margins look really good right now.
He buried that one in the dirt. Now it's a full count to Rhett Brown. Kirkus with 3 straight strikeouts to end the first.
Rhett contributing to the varsity team for the first time this season.
Takes the 3-2, and it's ball 4 downstairs. Great at-bat from Rhett Brown.
Yeah, Rhett, I didn't mean that this was his first game. I just meant this is his first season as a starter for the Eagles. He's done a good job.
Ryan Stone, he's also done a good job. We've seen him in the leadoff spot a couple times this year. Now batting 7th.
I think he's been in every spot in that lineup early in the season.
2-0 Greenwood, nobody out, 1 runner on. It's Rhett Brown, the DH at first. Into right field, a base hit for Ryan Stone. Brown will stop at second. Now runners at first and second for the Eagles, nobody out. They lead 2-0.
Good piece of hitting there. Just went with the pitch, slapped it backside into right field. And Eagles got runners at first and second with no outs.
It's the catcher, Luke Hanna. 8-hole hitter. We got Christopher Smith on deck before it flips back over to the top of the order. Need some good ABs here.
This is what you want to do. Eagles got 2 in the first, looking to add more as Christopher shows bunt.
Rhett Brown at second. Ryan Stone at first. He just had the single.
I'm sorry, I think I called Luke Christopher. They all look the same.
Yeah, here's Luke Hanna. Showed bunt on the first one. Throw back to second. Back in safely is Rhett Brown.
Yeah, Luke's dialed in on this sacrifice, hopefully. He will be trying to get it down one more time for sure.
Puts it down. First baseman is Thomas. Throws it away, and another run will come across for Greenwood. Rhett Brown will cross home plate. Coming around Ryan Stone. The throw to the plate. Not in time. He went under the tag. And Greenwood take a 4-run lead with nobody out in the second.
Really good heads-up run in there, and that's why you make defenses play at this level in high school. You got to make them defend, and I love small ball.
For Eagles is number 10, Bennett Erickson.
And what a good bunt by Luke Hanna. Now he's standing out on second.
Yeah, the bunt stayed in the air for a while. Will Thomas, the first baseman, had a while to think about the throw. Didn't do it in time, and it cost him 2 runs.
We'll take it.
Still nobody out, and you've got Bennett Erickson, who's running for Luke Hanna at second. Still a runner in scoring position for Christopher Smith. He shows bunt, lays it down, back to the mound, charging. Nobody's covering first. Wow. It was Kirkus, the pitcher on the mound, who charged to the ball, and the first baseman, Thomas, did as well. Nobody was covering first base. And on a fielder's choice, I believe, that's Christopher Smith. who will be at first with runners on the corner. Still nobody out.
Yeah, great execution. That'll go down as a hit, and you're exactly right. It was the same bunt coverage. They just were slow getting over with the second baseman, so their coach is going to talk to them and try to settle them down, and Greenwood's doubled their lead here, and they're back to the top of the lineup.
And nobody out in the inning. Back to Landon still with runners on the corners.
Good start. Good start. Needed a quick start tonight. Been sitting on, let's just be honest, 2 pretty bad L's last week for a week.
Right.
So it's nice to kind of get that taste out of your mouth, and so far so good for the Eagles tonight.
And for Greenwood, you have a big chance to blow this thing open.
You really do if you can get something
now
here.
For your Eagles, center fielder number 1, Landon.
You know, Landon still is licking his chops. Was able to get a single in the first to lead off the game for Greenwood. Now batting in the second with a 4-run lead for the Eagles. He's showing bunt. Pulls back. It was downstairs. Taken off was Christopher Smith, the second base. There was no throw. Now runners at second and third for Greenwood.
Yeah, smart play there. Got 2 in scoring position. Let's come on with a big hit here.
A delayed steal. Here's the 1-0. Still slaps it foul. That's a lot of power just to throw the bat out.
Yeah, and that's all he did, actually. He just kind of
Yeah.
flung the bat out, and this is it's well documented, the short field here, but that one got close to the fence.
That was within 10 feet of the fence in foul territory.
See if we can barrel one up here.
Ball and a strike to Landon still. First base is open. Here's the 1-1. Inside, nearly hit the feet of Still. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Westside got the middle infield in a little bit. We'll kind of read and react here.
Now 3-1 to Still.
Dangerous situation. Hitters count. Got a guy who just left the park a few minutes ago on deck. Don't want to walk bases loaded.
Especially with nobody out in the inning. And Greenwood has bunted twice. And now they have the bases loaded and still nobody out.
Yeah, good at bat by Steele. He's been on twice tonight. And give his teammate an opportunity to really bust this game open.
Jaden Adams had a 2-run homer in the first. Back to the plate with the bases loaded in the second inning. Greenwood ahead 4-0. And it's Jacob Kirkus who's in a whirlwind of trouble against this ferocious Eagle lineup. And he deals a strike into Adams.
Greenwood with 5 hits already tonight.
3 of them in this inning.
Wow. After walking Landon, and he's thrown really 2 quality pitches to Jaden.
He's had 0-2. That home run still in the mind of Kirkus. But he's got the bases juiced. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Bounce to the plate and a good stop by the catcher, Slayton. That's another thing. A wild pitch could really be detrimental. Ball and 2 strikes. Adams slices it to right. That's going to head towards the visiting bullpen. A foul ball stays the count at 1-2.
Good job by Jaden. Just put the ball in play somewhere. Make them make a play defensively, and just don't run into any crazy outs here if you're Greenwood.
One, two, another foul ball. Similar spot to the last one for Jaden Adams.
Very similar.
That's Peyton Milford, the right fielder, who's given it a chase twice. He's going to huff and puff back to his position in right field. One, two to Adams. Yanked a little below the zone. It's 2-2. Finding strike three has not been Kirkus's friend, especially in this inning.
It's been difficult. I think he'll take just an out.
Below the zone that time, a little too close to take, but Adams will see another pitch, and it's 3-2.
Wow, that was close. Good eye by Jaden.
Full count, bases loaded. Here's the pitch to center field, dipping down, and it is not caught by the center fielder, Telly. Erickson will score. Station to station go the Greenwood Eagles, and the bases are still loaded with a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, good try by the center fielder. Tried to make a diving catch, wasn't able to come up with it, and Jaden Adams with another big hit for the Eagles. Another RBI.
He's got 3 of them in the game.
That's right.
It's 2 for 2, a single and a home run.
That looks like that might be the evening for Kirkus.
And the ball is being taken from Kirkus by head coach David Weathers. The new pitcher for Westside when we come back. It is 5-0 Eagles. Nobody out in the bottom of the second. You're watching on YouTube. Stay with us. New pitcher on the mound is Jace Haynes for the Westside Rams. Haynes coming off the bench. Where's the number 1? He's inheriting the bases loaded. Nobody out in the second, facing Matt Murray. And his first pitch has popped up.
I lost.
Not sure where that one landed. It was coming our way off the bat.
Trying to eat in between the breaks.
The 0-1. Murray takes a strike. It was a late strike call. Now it's 0-2. Greenwood ahead 5 runs to nothing over Westside. Still nobody out here in this inning. Eagles have already scored 3 runs in the bottom of the second. Murray pops it up behind the screen, and it lands to our right.
That was pretty close there, partner.
Coach Terrence Carter saying that should have made a play.
Coach should have made a play. At least you got the headsets on, right?
I would have dropped everything if it was if it really depended on it.
Coach still looks pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
So Kirkus, his line is done for the night. I don't know if you gave it. Did you give it?
Not yet.
1 inning, 6 hits, 5 runs so far, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts.
Here's the 0-2 to Murray. Outside, ball 1. How many pitches did Kirkus throw?
Kirkus threw 47 tonight, 27 strikes.
It's a lot of pitches for 3 outs.
For 3 outs, exactly. And 3 strikeouts. That's a strange line.
The 1-2. Outside corner. A strike. And it wasn't rung up initially. And then it was strike 3 from our home plate umpire. So Murray 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Here's Luke Godwin.
You know, I know Matt didn't like that and probably was right, a little bit outside, but in that situation, you can't take that chance. You put it into the hands of the umpire, that can happen.
1 out, bases loaded, 5-0 Greenwood in the second inning. Here's Luke Godwin. First pitch he sees, blasted to left. Touch 'em all. A grand slam for Luke Godwin, 9-0 Greenwood.
Another no-doubter. This one off the bat of Luke Godwin and grand slam.
It only took 1 swing to break it open. That is a 7-run inning and just 1 out by Westside.
Looked like a curveball that was just hung out over the plate. Luke made him pay for it. Good to see. Great job, Luke.
Another no-doubter, as you mentioned. 9-0 Greenwood. 1 out in the bottom of the second. Here's Marnarian Chamberlain. Greenwood have completely flipped the script from last week.
Well, let's be fair, and this nothing against Westside, but man, easily has some quality arms last week.
That's right.
And
They had some great starting pitching.
pitching's the name of this game.
So Haynes, who came in for Kirkus, just gave up every runner he was still responsible for on the base pass.
Yes, that inflated his ERA.
Inside a strike called in the Marnarian Chamberlain. 2 balls and a strike. Bases are clear now. That's the first time that's happened in this inning since Rhett Brown took a walk to lead it off. Left side of the infield, that gets through into left field. A base hit for Punkin Chamberlain. That'll keep the line moving. And now the Greenwood Eagles have successfully batted around. Rhett Brown led off the inning with a walk, and now with 1 out and 1 runner on, he's coming to the plate again in the bottom of the second.
And you can shut the book on Kirkus. He ended up giving up 8 runs. 3 of those were his. They're on the grand slam. Tough outing for the young man.
Brown pops it up foul.
Pretty good crowd here tonight at the ballpark on intercession week, and of course next week spring break officially for Greenwood students.
Good crowds all around. A lot happening today. Got soccer against Greenville happening at J.W. Babb.
Yep, our golf team's down at Pawleys Island. I have not heard how they did as a team, but they're down there competing. Coach Witt.
Chamberlain tried to take off,
Yeah, that had to be a balk.
and a balk was given.
Yeah, he came set, and Marnarian jumped. And
Nothing going the way of Westside at the moment. In on the knuckles, popped up in front of home plate, and it's the catcher Slayton who makes the grab for the second out of the inning.
I didn't hear him make that call, but the pitcher kept looking at him like, yeah, hey, you going to get that? And thought for a second there may be some confusion, but they worked it out.
Now batting for Eagles.
And now here's Ryan Stone. You got Pumpkin Chamberlain at second base. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Greenwood ahead 9-0 over Westside. How about you get to double digits with a base hit?
That would be nice.
That's what's on Ryan Stone's mind. Already had a base hit in this inning. Had a single to right field as he fouls the first pitch away into the netting. Luke Hanna, the catcher's on deck.
Getting a little chilly out here now.
Throw back to second. In with a stand is Chamberlain. It is getting a little chilly.
Now, did you do the Lander game last night?
I did not.
Yeah, tough loss, Belmont
Yep.
Abbey. Came
Bearcats
in.
were rolling before that.
Yeah.
Above the head of Stone, and it's 1-1. A lot of cancellations on Tuesday.
Correct. Yep.
Not much baseball was played at all. Clemson and Coastal had their game postponed.
Speaking of, Clemson's down at Miami this weekend, or actually tonight. It's game 1
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday series.
on Easter weekend. So I think South Carolina is maybe at Alabama. I think they're at Alabama.
Geez, they had a shootout with PC.
Wow, yeah, like
I
1914.
mean, yeah, 1914 it was.
Both in-state teams doing well.
Oh, a little breaking pitch in the zone for a called strike 3. 9-0. Greenwood have a lead over Westside. We'll head to the third. Stay with us. You're watching on YouTube. Welcome back to Eagle Park. 9-0 is the Greenwood lead. Just had 7 runs in the last half inning, and after a pretty long hiatus, Jaden Adams ready to take the ball again on the mound.
What a night he's having, Graham.
He's faced the minimum through 2. 7, 8, 9 due up here in the top of the 3rd inning. He's also had an RBI single and a 2-run home run in this game. He's driven in 3 of the Eagles' 9. He's facing the second baseman, MJ Lee. And the first pitch is a strike.
How about this Greenwood offense tonight so far, Graham? 8 hits through 2 innings.
Yeah, just able to keep the line moving. They've had no problem with it. That was a filthy breaking ball from Jaden Adams. It's 0-2.
What a luxury it is to have him come in and pitch. And this is a deep staff already, but he's done some really good things on the mound for the Eagles this year.
Right back to it, a called strike 3.
He had a perfect view for it. Got the benefit of the upper part of the strike zone.
Now batting right fielder, number 15, Peyton Milford.
Westside coaching staff showing their frustration by telling them it was a great take.
Yeah, I understand that. I thought it probably was a tad high, but hey, we got the call.
1 out, nobody on in the 3rd. 9-0 Greenwood. Here's Milford, the right fielder, as he takes on the outside for ball 1.
Only Jaden's second strikeout, but he's been efficient pitching to contact.
Two balls, no strikes. Facing Milford. Still his first time through the order. Telly, the 9-hole hitter, is on deck. But he's down 3 balls, no strikes. Into Milford. Westside have only had 1 base runner. It was Tyler Scott, who had a 4-pitch walk to start off the game.
And was erased promptly with the double play.
There's a strike right down the middle, and it's 3-1. Yeah, that double play has worked wonders. The 4-6-3 to end the first. And Greenwood's had the momentum ever since. 3-1 to Milford. And there's the second walk that Adams has given up, this time with 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. He's going to face Jalen Telly, the center fielder, batting 9th for the Rams.
Now, last year, Graham, Westside had a kid, I think his name was Elijah Grant, but he's a South Carolina commit, but he's transferred to Spartanburg. You talking about speed? That kid could run. Built similar to this young man, but he could really, I think he had like a 6'3", 60, something crazy.
Wow.
Elite speed.
Telly takes above the letters. Upstairs has been the missing spot for Adams with the fastball. If he can get it down in the zone, there hasn't been somebody to hit it yet. Inside to Telly is ball 2. Top of the order on deck with Tyler Scott. 1 out, 1 on. 2 balls, no strikes into Telly. Here's the pitch. And he can't get the call there. Left it down in the zone. Now it's the second straight count he's been down 3 balls, no strikes in. Well, he struck out MJ Lee, no problem with the big curves. He's run into trouble since then. Gets a strike call on the fastball into Telly. Swing and a miss. Back to a full count. Good job from Adams to fight back. Needs to wipe him away here on the 3-2. Greenwood ahead 9-0. Top of the 3rd. 1 out, 1 on for Westside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on the ground, fouled up the first base line. Beautiful night for baseball. Night falling here in Greenwood.
Yeah, it feels great out here. And feels great to be a Greenwood Eagle at the moment.
3-2. Adams spiked it in the dirt. 2 consecutive walks. And now Tyler Scott will come to the plate. First, it's going to be a mound visit for Jaden Adams.
Yeah, you expect that. I mean, that's just inexperience right there. And he's done a really good job with his control up into the last 2 batters. And he's only up to 35 pitches. And I think coach is going and tell him, hey, man, we believe in you. Let's settle down. You got a 9-run lead and throw strikes. Trust your defense.
Yeah. No need to give free passes.
Now
Up by
batting
9 are the Eagles. Here's the shortstop, Tyler Scott. He walked to lead off the game, the first batter of the game in the first inning. Westside wearing their gray pinstripes. Greenwood in the white and black pinstripes. 1 out, 2 on. Here's the pitch to Scott. He misses on the outside.
Could be getting a little fatigued just from lack of pitching. I had the luxury of giving him a little bit of extra rope in tonight's game with a big lead. Hopefully he can push through and get through this inning.
It's been a while since he's been asked to stretch out some innings.
That's right.
The 1-0. Scott takes down in the zone, and it's 2-0.
And really, he's a guy that's going as the season progresses, and you know we get away from these 3-game weeks and get into maybe the postseason. He's going to be a guy we'll ask to come in and probably as a relief pitcher.
Runner goes, throw down to third is there, but the tag not applied in time. Swiping into third is Milford. Grabbing second base was Telly.
That was a good job by the base runner. He picked up on something that in Jaden's delivery and got a great jump, and really Luke didn't have much of a chance, but he made a good throw down to third and made it somewhat close.
The pitch from Adams, now 2 in scoring position. And it's 3 balls and a strike after that missed on the outside. Oh, he tried to go the opposite way. Instead, there was a visitor into the first base dugout.
Scattered the dugout a little bit. Tell you, I always get entertained at the Lander games. If you haven't got a chance to get out to watch Lander play, get out. It's a great entertainment at an unbelievable price. But the pitcher is it the guy that stands on the other end of the dugout. He is so entertaining. Is it what's his last name? Sanchez.
Yeah, Josh Sanchez.
He keeps the banner going the whole game. He's hilarious.
3-2 from Adams. Another foul ball. Good job by Tyler Scott to keep the AB alive. He's got some good bat speed. Seen him catch up to some balls he would have been way late on.
Now, I know this is your rookie season, Graham, but we lost that window last year. So if it comes back this way, be prepared.
This window looks nicely installed, too. That's ball 4, gets away. The run will score for Westside. Runners now on the corners with 1 out. Adams will have another mound visit. This might be it for his outing.
Yeah, this will be it, being the second mound visit of the inning, so you can chalk his night up, but really good outing by Jaden Adams. He just ran out of gas here in the third.
Well, he's yet to give up a hit. And it's a 9-1 lead. As Adams will be taken out of the game. Greenwood ahead 9-1 over Westside. 1 out in the top of the third. New pitcher when we come back.
Now pitching for your third baseman, number 13, Jackson.
New pitcher on the mound is Will Bice for the Greenwood Eagles. It is 9-1. Greenwood with the advantage. Some defensive changes. Jaden Adams, who was on the mound, now in center field. And the center fielder, Landon Still, now at first base. As Braden Scott took his seat. As Will Bice now entering the game on the mound, facing Jackson Holmes, the third baseman. He'll step off, throw down to first, Still applies the tag, and they got him. Not even a pitch thrown by Will Bice yet, and he has created an out. But first, there's going to be a discussion between the Westside coach and our umpire.
And I'm sorry I didn't get that on camera, but, I mean, I don't know what we're arguing about because he made the fake to third and had the guy leaning off the bag at first. He was well off the bag, and to me, to the naked eye, it didn't seem very close. I thought it was obvious out.
And he is out. He will sit down, so a runner at third, 2 outs. He's still facing Jackson Holmes at the plate.
Good job by Bice.
Nine to 1 Greenwood. 2 outs. Pitch a strike into Jackson Holmes.
You know, we've kind of lulled this crowd to sleep here. Got out to the big 9-run lead and got to create some of our own energy here. Walked some guys and kind of lost some momentum.
Bice tries the curveball and missed. He's ahead of ball, or he's even a ball and a strike into Holmes. Beautiful pickoff move. Fake throw to third. Went to first. Was able to get Scott sleeping. Now it's 2 balls and a strike here to Holmes. 2 away in the top of the third. The 1 run is scored in the inning for Westside. Trying to respond from a 7 spot put up in the bottom of the second by Greenwood. A strike dealt in from Bice, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 on the outside. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 runner on. Here's the pitch from Bice. Called strike 3. Got him on the outside. And that'll retire the side in the third. 9-1. Greenwood have a lead. Westside got 1 run back. Eagles back to the plate in the bottom half when we come back on YouTube. Luke Hanna leading off the inning for Greenwood. They lead 9-1 in the bottom of the third. Still on the mound is Haynes as he deals a strike into Luke Hanna. 1 for 1 on the day. Generous strike on the outside there for Haynes, and it's 0-2. Last time Greenwood came to the plate, they put up 7 runs. That was after a 2-run first inning. That one slipped from Haynes.
Defensively for the Rams, you got Holmes at third, Scott at short, Lee at second, Thomas at first, and in the outfield from left to right, Herndon, Telly, and Milford, and behind the dish is Slayton.
Ball and 2 strikes to Hanna. He looks at a breaking pitch, caught the top of the zone, strike 3.
Yeah, he's been consistent with that call both ways tonight, so I can deal with that.
Now batting for Eagles, left fielder number 6.
First out of the inning, here's Christopher Smith. He had a single in the second inning. He's only time to the plate. 9-1 Greenwood. Swing and a miss from Smith. 1 out, nobody on.
7 Eagles with hits tonight in the starting lineup. Got a basketball score from LA. The Clemson Tigers lead Arizona at the half, 39-31.
Been keeping a close eye on that one. It's tough to diss the Tigers in March Madness. Popped up. Will stay in the infield, and the shortstop will not make the catch. Tyler Scott whiffed on it, and standing at first base is Christopher Smith.
What's up with this walk-up song?
Now batting for Eagles, first baseman number 1.
It's my son, so I can say that, but
Wow.
little Latino flavor.
I think it fits. Here's Landon Still. A hit and a walk in the game. That gets away from the first baseman, Will Thomas. Easy pickings for Christopher Smith. He's now at second base. A runner in scoring position for Landon Still.
Yeah, that one trickled off the first baseman's glove and just far enough away for Christopher Smith, who's got pretty good speed to get out to second base.
One out, runner at second. Anything to the outfield could produce the 10th run of the game for Greenwood. Still pops it up on the left side. The third baseman, Holmes, calls everybody off to makes the grab. So pop up for Still. Second out of the inning. And now it's Jaden Adams, who's been the hottest hitter in the game thus far.
See if Jaden can add to his 3 RBI night.
First pitch is inside to Adams. Still with Smith at second base and 2 out. Bottom of the third, 9-1 Greenwood, yet to score in this inning. Adams takes a strike. Runner takes off to third. Smith ends there safely. Throw was late on a delay steal. Christopher Smith 90 feet away. Adams to center field. Ranging back is Telly. Near the wall. Cannot make the catch. It's off his glove. Adams stops at second. Scoring from third was Smith, and it's 10-1 Greenwood. Fielding from Westside has not been at its best this frame.
Yeah, he was there. I think he was worried about that fence, which center field is really the shortest part of the playing field here at Eagle Park. And Telly was there, but because he was worried about crashing into that fence, he did drop the ball, and Eagles add another run.
10-1 Greenwood. Matt Murray at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off his foot. You got Jaden Adams at second base after the double.
It was officially ruled an error. That's the 4th error for Westside tonight.
That's a tough error.
I think he was there. I think that was a good score. It hit his glove. I think that was the main thing.
2 outs, runner at second base. 0-1 to the plate, 0-2. And Murray's been down in pretty much every count in the game, and a timeout's going to be called by Coach Baker. Talk things over with his senior shortstop.
Ten, 8, and 0 for the Eagles. 1, 0, and 4 for the Rams. And
tells you everything you need to know.
yeah, it does. And hoping we might can tack on a few more here and abbreviate this game somewhat.
Got some Sweet 16s to attend to.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the North Carolina-Bama game.
Me too.
That should be entertaining, to say the least. A lot of offense.
Yeah. Especially from Alabama.
Yeah.
Jaden Adams moves up to third.
And don't sleep on the Iowa State-Illinois game. Winner of that game will probably get UConn.
I'm a big Cyclone fan in that one.
Yeah, I drew Iowa State in a blind draw
Swing and a miss from Murray.
contest. We drew 2 teams. It was 8 of us drew 2 teams. So that's going to do it. That's the 3rd out.
Yep, 3 strikeouts for Murray in the game, as that is another one in from Haynes. 10-1, Eagles have a 9-run lead. We'll head to the 4th. Will Bice still on the mound for Greenwood. It is a 10-1 lead over the Westside Rams as we enter the fourth frame.
Now batting for Westside, DH number 10, Brody Caudle.
Brody Caudle, the DH, grounded into a 4-6-3 double play to end the first. That was the last time he came to the plate, as now he's facing Will Bice. Bice was able to finish the last frame for the Eagles. He's done a good job on the mound this year. He's got a 9-run cushion. Right up the middle into center field, a base hit. And that is the first hit of the ball game for the Westside Rams.
Yep, anytime you can say that, that's usually pretty good news.
Yep, Trenton Slayton now coming to the plate. You want to quiet down this Rams team
Number 7, Trenton Slayton.
and score some runs in the bottom half of this inning. Keep your head above water for the run rule.
Yeah, we get to go up to Westside tomorrow night. Have you been there?
I have not.
Nice complex. They got turf, like Hannah. You didn't get up for that preseason tournament, but very impressive facility, and they've done a lot of nice things to that park.
Pitch from Bice. It's fouled down to third. Slayton, the catcher, at the plate. Nobody out in the fourth inning. They've got one runner on. And a 10-1 lead for Greenwood. These two teams back at it tomorrow, as you mentioned. Supposed to play on Tuesday, but got washed out.
I think we'll have good weather tomorrow, hopefully. Play a little pickleball and then go up and watch some baseball.
Into right field and shallow. Ryan Stone, the second baseman, able to gather it with his heels on the outfield grass, and there's one away in the inning.
Now batting first baseman number 19, Will Thomas.
Bice able to get some soft contact.
Yeah, that looked like trouble off the bat, but just didn't quite get out there. And Ryan was there to make a nice play.
Big lefty Will Thomas to center field and deep. And Jaden Adams will look at it, fly out of here. Straightaway center field. A 2-run homer for Thomas. And it's 10-3, a 7-run lead for Greenwood.
Yeah, safe to say he got all of that one. He their 5-hole hitter?
He is.
Nice stroke.
He struck out in the second inning, able to come back with a 2-run homer in the fourth. Now it's Phoenix Herndon.
Got a lot of Westside fans here. They travel well tonight.
Now batting left fielder number 5, Phoenix Herndon.
One out, bases clear now after the home run. Here's Herndon. Bice able to deal a strike. Eagles are going to have to respond. What's the point of holding that 7 to 9 run lead for a couple innings?
Yeah, right. Just go ahead and let's score. Let's hold them here and score 3 in the bottom of the fourth. And let's get out of here. Somebody from the soccer match threw the baseball back on the field. That's why we had the pause there. Got soccer going on at J.W. Babb Stadium tonight.
Yeah, that home run must have been near the playing surface. Yeah, I believe that is the home run ball.
Yeah, I saw it come in. Jaden had to fetch it in center field.
Ball and a strike to Herndon. Here it is. Bice struggling to find the zone, and it's 2-1. Same spot from Bice, 3 balls and a strike. Greenwood have a guy warming up in the bullpen. Believe that might be Riley Latham. Popped up right side, giving chase is Landon Still, but it does go out of play. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count pitch from Bice. On the ground to second base. Stone will charge. The throw over to first in time. A pretty play from Stone, the second baseman.
Nice 4-3 put out. Second out of the inning. And
here's MJ Lee, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Now batting for Westside, second baseman number 3, MJ Lee.
The second baseman, Lee, was the final out that Adams was able to gather. Now Jaden Adams is in center field. Ball, no strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Bounced on the ground. Godwin gives way for Murray. A long throw, not in time. They waited on it. Miscommunication between shortstop and third baseman there.
Now batting right fielder number 15, Peyton Milford.
MJ Lee at first after beating out the ground ball. Here's Milford, the right fielder. Pitch a strike in from Bice. Milford was able to draw a walk in the 3rd inning. That was with 1 out. He came across the score in the 3rd. Bice getting a generous call on the outside, and it's 0-2.
much to the chagrin of the Westside fans, but I got to give Westside players a lot of credit here. They got down 9-0 in the 2nd inning, and they haven't given up. They continue to battle, and it's a 10-3 ball game, but they're playing hard.
Nasty breaking pitch from Bice. Buckles Milford, as that'll end the top half of the 4th. 7-run lead for the Greenwood Eagles, 10-3 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Stay with us on YouTube.
Now batting for
Eagles lead 10-3 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Luke Godwin to lead things off for the Eagles bats. Last time he came to the plate, had a grand slam in the 2nd inning. A no-doubter out to left field. He has 4 RBI on the game. Now he's batting to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Greenwood needs some runs if they want to flirt with the run rule.
Let's flirt with it tonight. I'm ready to get to the house. Nothing against Greenwood baseball, but, man, that's Sweet 16 action, man.
That's right.
Eagles have played well tonight. They always enjoy watching them play well, especially at home. And this young man's got a grand slam, as you mentioned, and looking to add more.
A strike into Godwin, and it's 2-1. That is ripped but foul to left. Just outside the bag at third. Was hit hard off the bat of Godwin, a bit out in front, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I want to give a belated happy birthday to a member of the coaching staff of the Greenwood Eagles, Coach David Denton, affectionately known as OG.
Yep.
Turned a big 4-4 the other day.
Into left field, a base hit. Luke Godwin giving a nice birthday present to OG. He's now 2 for 3, a grand slam, and now a single to lead off the 4th.
Yeah, that's Greenwood's
Now
ninth hit.
batting for your Eagles, right fielder number 5, Marnarian Chamberlain.
Chamberlain with a hit and a strikeout in the game. He's 1 for 2. He had a single in the second. Runner at first is Godwin. See if he takes off. Instead, a throw back to first. He's in safely with a head first slide. Another throw over to first, and another time Godwin in there safely. Chamberlain takes upstairs.
Ooh, that's chilly. A little breeze.
Yeah, that was the first pitch of the AB. It is getting quite cold out in Eagle Park. Phone says 59 degrees. Godwin thought about taking off.
Pitcher asking where he's missing. Upstairs was the response.
Now 2-0 count. Good job not swinging at that one by Pumpkin Chamberlain. It's 3 balls, no strikes from Haynes. He's done a lot of work out of relief for the Rams in this one. 4-pitch walk. And 2 on early in the inning for Greenwood.
Really good at bat, unselfish at bat. Couple pitches there he could have went after and got greedy and hacked away, but he didn't. And just a really quality at bat
Now
from
batting
Moneri.
for your Eagles, pitcher number 20, Will Bice.
There's Will Bice batting. This wasn't the spot Rhett Brown was at. He's 0 for 1 with a walk, and now it's the pitcher, Will Bice. He's got some pop to him as well. Runners at first and second, nobody out in the inning. First pitch is popped up foul. Godwin at second base, Chamberlain at first. Eagles ahead by 7 runs, 10-3. Rams pitcher Haynes is set. Here it is. Well, the 0-1, a step off. Look back to second. Godwin back in safely. Oh, 1 to Bice. Takes it upstairs, and it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss from Bice.
So today's the opening day of Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I saw everybody playing but the Braves and Phillies, who got rained out in Philadelphia. That's what you get for starting the season at Citizens Bank Park.
So, yeah, that's my next question. So, are you a Phillies fan?
No, I'm not.
Okay. You pull for
Braves fan.
all their other teams. So
Yeah, just every other team in Philadelphia.
okay.
We're not allowed to talk about the 76ers until Embiid's back healthy. Just putting that out there. 2-2, nobody out. Here's the pitch to Bice. Swing and a drive to left field. Will Bice has left the building. A 3-run homer for the Greenwood Eagles. It's 13-3.
Now another no-doubter. That's the fourth home run that we've seen tonight. 3 by the Eagles and 1 by Westside, but Will got all of that one. Good job.
It's 15 after 3 and 4, and then 10 after 5.
Right. So we can either get 5 here or
3 outs.
it's 3 outs. Might be quicker to get 3 outs.
Yeah. You're going to have to be really poised at shutting down. I know Riley Latham was throwing in the pin earlier. But Will Bice has got the hot bat. Two out of the 3 home runs in the game for Greenwood have been by the pitcher currently on the mound. Jaden Adams, and then now Will Bice getting in on the action.
Number 20, Mason Getting.
Pitching change. It is Giddings who's going to be on the mound when we come back. Greenwood ahead by 10 runs, 13-3 here at Eagle Park.
And Stone!
Fresh off the 3-run home run, Greenwood lead 13-3. New pitcher on the mound is Mason Giddings. And he's facing Ryan Stone, first pitch in the dirt. Eagles ahead by 10 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. They have a chance to walk it off by scoring 5 more here or shutting the door with a 1-2-3, not allowing any runs in the top half of the 5th. Right now, Jim, those are your best 2 avenues of catching the end of the Sweet 16 Clemson-Arizona game.
Yeah, it looks like it's coming down to a good game. Arizona's tied it up.
It's 43 apiece last time we saw. Now 45-44, 1-point Clemson lead.
Uh-oh, 46-45 Arizona.
Oh, we can't be watching live stats.
Well, 48-46.
It's not good for the heart to watch
Okay.
all these live stats.
Yeah, it's tough. You're young. You can handle it. I'm too old.
It's a 5-pitch walk to Stone. Actually, no, that last pitch was called a ball. I don't think Ryan Stone knows it yet. Has to put the guard back on. It's way below the knees. Nobody out in the inning. It's a 3-2 count. And now Stone takes ball 4.
Now batting for Eagles, catcher number 9, Hannah.
Well, the more you score in this inning, the more leeway you get in the fifth.
That's right. Let's keep scoring. You're right. I mean, right now, they score a run, they can extend the game. So if you're Greenwood, you want to get as many as you can.
We know the short porch in Eagle Park, if a Ram gets a hold of one, could extend the game. Here's the pitch to Luke Hanna. Another pitch on the outside, missing the zone from Giddings. Had a 5-pitch or 6-pitch walk, into Ryan Stone. He's at first. Still nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. 3 runs have already come across for Greenwood, all on the 3-run homer from Bice. Hanna on the left side of the infield. A backhand stop by Scott, the shortstop. Tried to go the shortcut to second, not in time. Was too deep in the hole, and good base running from Ryan Stone. He's at second base, and Greenwood in business to score some more. Up by 10, nobody out, runners at first and second.
Hard to tell from where we are, Graham, but I think maybe the throw from the shortstop brought the second baseman off the bag. Nevertheless, it was great base running by Ryan Stone.
Boogie Smith. He's reached on a single and an error in the game. Runner takes off, pitch lofted into right field, but foul.
(13-3) Eagles. We play in the bottom of the fourth. It's been a long game.
It has been.
Or it seems that way.
Nobody's back there covering second base.
Greenwood did most of their damage in the second with a 7-run second. And those crooked numbers tend to make the game slow down.
High and away into Smith. It's 1-1. Christopher Smith, the 9-hole hitter. Landon still is on deck. No hoodie underneath the jersey today for Landon Still. Him and Ryan Stone were rocking that in the Easley game.
I think I'd be wearing a full hoodie. They just wear like I think it's just the top, isn't it? It makes it appear to look like a hoodie. It's just to cover the neck area. I'd have a whole hoodie on.
It's the 2-2. Smith, another foul ball, a bit late on the fastball in from Giddings. It's 3-2. Ten-run lead for the Eagles. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. 2 runners on. You got Stone at second base. Erickson running for Hanna is at first. And at the plate is Smith as he fouls another pitch off.
Hang it in there.
Still a full count. Swing and a miss. Smith fanned down by way of the K. Good job by Giddings to get the strikeout.
Now
And out
batting
here's
for your
Landon
Eagles,
Still.
First baseman number 1, Landon Still.
That's the one negative tonight. If you're Greenwood, that's the 8th strikeout by the Eagles.
A lot of strikeouts in the game.
To go with their 11 hits, however.
Still into left field. That'll get down. Bases will be loaded. And it's Jaden Adams and Matt Murray, the next two men to the plate.
Multi-hit night for Landon Still. Good to see him. I like him going backside.
That's the second time he's gone backside.
He's seen it better, letting it travel.
Pitch hitting for your Eagles, number 11, Bentley Setzler.
Bentley Setzler up in a big spot.
Now here's Setzler with the bases loaded. Takes a strike. Bentley to right field. Coming in is Milford, the right fielder, makes the catch, slips down. It was plenty deep enough for Ryan Stone to tag up, and now it's an 11-run lead for the Eagles playing some ABC baseball, 14-3 Greenwood.
Nice sac fly by Bentley Setzler, who it's good to see him out there.
Now batting for your Eagles, shortstop number 7, Matt Murray.
See if Matt can leave the park and put us on the doorsteps of maybe ending this thing.
Matt Murray is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, something very uncharacteristic. The shortstop looking to get a hit, which would be his first of the game. Had a home run in the series against Easley. Runner goes. That is on the ground to short. Booted by Tyler Scott. Has no chance to throw out Murray at first.
That time, Landon Still was in motion, so no chance to make the play at second. And once he bobbled it, it was game over.
Now batting for Eagles, third
Good job by Matt.
And Bennett Erickson, who was running for Lucano, scored.
Now Luke, who is having a big night so far tonight, 2 for 3, 4 RBIs. He could walk this thing off now with a 15-3 lead. He would get us to that 15-run mark. That's needed to end this thing in 4.
Already has a grand slam and a single. Two outs, 2 runners on. Winning run at the plate for a run rule walk-off.
Greenwood up 12. Need these 3 runs.
Another pitch missing high and away. Godwin has already sent a shot out of here with the bases loaded. 2 balls and a strike. He just needs a pitch to hit. Just a bit under that one. It's 2-2.
Yeah, he went for it there.
The 2-2 to Luke Godwin. Strike 3 called. Eagles need 3 outs They're up 15-3 as we head to the top of the fifth. Riley Latham on the mound for the Greenwood Eagles. Here's Jackson Barbie at the plate now.
Got a few defensive changes for the Eagles in what we hope will be the last inning. We got Bentley Setzler over at first. We've got Caden Poore at third and Bennett Erickson in center field now defensively for the Eagles.
It's Bennett Erickson out in center field. Foul ball in from Barbie. Latham, nasty breaking pitch, able to fan Jackson Barbie. He was pinch hitting for Telly, the center fielder. Now it's back to the top with Tyler Scott, the shortstop, with one out, nobody on. The top of the fifth. Latham deals a strike. Tyler Scott in the game has taken 2 walks. He's 0 for 2. Was picked off, though, in the third.
What a job this young man's done for the Eagles this year. This is a guy that, you know, was getting some starts on the JV team and is a quality pitcher and kind of saw his role shifted to the bullpen, and every time we've called upon him, he's came in and delivered for the Eagles this season.
He has. Was big in the preseason tournament. Seen him a couple times out the pen, and he's going to be another guy deep into April where he's going to be called upon.
He's going to find himself in some big moments, and you can see him gaining confidence every time he steps on the mound, and that's all you can ask for as a coach is, you know, seeing your kids gain confidence along the way. Uh-oh. That one got away from him.
A little too much confidence in that one. Now it's 3-2 into Tyler Scott.
Yeah. Let's win one pitch here. Full count. And don't want to issue any free passes with a 12-run lead.
Upstairs ball 4, so Latham had him.
Mm.
And even Scott was looking to make sure that he had the walk, and it is a 1-out walk. 1 on, 1 out.
He didn't miss by much, and
number 13, Jackson Holmes.
that is the 5th walk issued by Eagle pitchers tonight. They go with 5 strikeouts, so not quite the ratio you want. Nevertheless, you lead 15-3 in a region game, and we'll take that.
Here's Holmes to center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Stopping at second is the shortstop, Scott. Now runners at first and second.
Now batting DH, number 10, Brody Codle.
How much?
61-57 Tigers.
How much time?
I believe there's about 6 minutes left.
It's going to be a nail biter.
15-3 Greenwood in this one. 1 out in the 5th. Batting is Cottle, the DH. First pitch, a strike. Double play is in order with a runner at first.
Be nice.
Cottle grounded into one earlier in the game, a 4-6-3 in the first inning. Still a good crowd here at Eagle Park, even with the weather dwindling down in temperature.
They're all bundled up. This is an experienced crowd. They're used to this weather. They've got their hoodies. They got their blankets. Don't see as many of the propane heaters as you used to see. Benji Shirley.
Throw down to second, close play, but back in safely as Scott.
But yeah, I've been out in it a lot this year watching baseball games between Lander and here, and it's chilly.
Latham has set the 0-1, spiked down, and it's a ball and a strike.
Appreciate you being with us tonight. We've had a good audience tonight.
Sure have. Greenwood have raced out to a big lead. Leading by 12 in the game. Westside knocking on the door.
If you can't make it up to Westside tomorrow night for the game, tune in right here on this YouTube channel. We'll be bringing you all the action starting at what time?
Right around 6:25.
There you go.
The 6:30 start, correct up there, if I believe. We had a 7 p.m. start tonight.
Yeah, I think they couldn't get here to 6 for some reason, but I'm pretty sure Anderson has tomorrow off Good Friday, and they'll start their spring break.
Foul ball, good hands
Nice
by the
play.
third base
I
coach
missed it.
of the Rams.
Very nice play by as you mentioned, the third base coach.
Trying to show Coach Baker how it's done.
He went two-handed above the head.
That's right. Like a cricket player in the slips.
I don't know anything about cricket.
Here's the 3-2 from Riley Latham. Up the middle, a base hit. This could score a run. Adams collects it in center field. Throw comes in, and the runner's held up at third.
And as Bennett Erickson, who got that in quickly, I think he subbed in this inning
Yeah,
for
that's right.
Jaden Adams.
That is Erickson in center field, and now Coach Baker is going to talk to Latham. 1 out, bases loaded. Not a spot you want to be in.
No quit in this Ram team, and nobody's warming up in the bullpen, so this is just a mound visit.
2 straight singles for the Rams.
So I do know cricket's played in Australia. I mean, all over the world, I know, but really popular in India, I think, right?
Right.
In Australia?
That's correct.
Where else is it popular?
England,
England, okay.
Now batting
So-
number 7, Trent
The
Slade.
England Cricket Club,
the West Indies,
the West Indies.
got
Okay, I'm
Sri
learning something.
Lanka,
Okay.
Bangladesh is a good cricket nation, South Africa, New Zealand.
So you actually watch cricket? So
I
some
do.
of these games can go on or matches, they're called, right?
Yeah, test match goes on for at least 5 days.
For
Two
days.
two innings each team.
Oh, wow.
Got to get 10 out to complete an inning.
Oh, my goodness. And they go on for days?
That's
Come on, man.
it's a gentleman's sport.
The wickets. Is that some lingo?
That is some lingo. That went through the wickets of Luke Hanna all the way to the backstop, and a run scores for Westside. Now 15-4.
Mm.
Got to get some outs. First base is now open.
Yep. Base hit will probably extend this game. Need to be up by 10. It's 15-4 now with runners at second and third. So are you you're a soccer fan too, right?
I am a soccer fan.
Premier League,
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Good stop by Hanna. Runner still taking off, and that's another run scored. Good job from Westside. That was the third baseman, Holmes, crossed home plate. Now it's 15-5, still at 10 runs.
And that's the second visit, so
Yep.
this
might
the hook.
be time for Caden Poor to take over, and it is.
Yep.
Caden
Pitch
Poor
change.
on the mound when we come back. Eagles ahead by 10 runs, 15-5, 1 out here in the 5th against Westside. Stay with us on YouTube. Back here at Eagle Park, Caden Poor warming up for the Eagles. He's going to take over of Riley Latham. 1 out in the top of the 5th. Greenwood up by 10 runs, 15-5. Graham Simpson, Jim, still with you on YouTube. Eagles in search of 2 outs so we can get out of here. Part of a run rule, 10 after 5. But it's going to be 2 hard outs to come by.
Yeah, and Coach didn't waste any time. Tough outing for Riley Latham tonight, and he goes with Caden Poor, who's got a lot of experience, really our third starter. He comes in, these 2 outs.
2 runs already scored by Westside in the inning.
Nice curveball there.
They only have 1 runner on, and it's the all-important run, 90 feet away. Inside, Poor gets a strike call, and it's 0-2. Excuse me, 2-2.
Friendly. That's a soccer term,
Yeah,
right?
that is, friendly.
So going back to the Premier League, Liverpool. So is that like the Dallas Cowboys? Is that a lot of fans? Popular team, though,
It's a popular team. I wouldn't say the Dallas Cowboys. They've won this century in my lifetime. Bouncer to third. Stone's going to go to third, and the tag is applied in time.
No, they call him.
Did they call him in? Oh, they called him safe.
Yeah, they did call
At
him
first,
safe.
it looked like the umpire, who wasn't at third, he was behind the mound.
Now batting for Westside,
Looked like he was giving the out signal at first. So Stone with a good idea
Good idea. Heads up play on the high chopper. Ryan got into a little bit of a sprint with the runner. Good recognition by the runner to get back to the bat.
Yeah, and a good job from Ryan Stone playing third. He's been playing second all game. Gets moved over to third and knows how important that run is at third base to keep him there. Will Thomas had a 2-run homer his last time up.
Greenwood seen that play work once tonight already. Did not that time.
1 out. Pitch to Thomas. Inside, a strike. Strike is called.
So going back to the
Premier
I wanna
League, yeah.
continue this. So Manchester U, is that the Dallas
That would be more like the Dallas Cowboys.
That's the popular team.
Yes.
Manchester City, is that another one?
That's like a new age. Have got the most money. As we're going to extend this one as Thomas gets a single into right field. Throw comes into second. Murray didn't apply the tag in time, and it's 15-6. 3-run inning for Westside.
Now batting number
Well,
5, Phoenix.
give Westside a lot of credit. That's their 3rd run of the inning, and they have got it inside that magic 10-run rule. It's a 9-run lead now for the Eagles. 15-6, still runners at first and second. Only 1 out.
They are not going away.
So who's coming to Columbia? Somebody's coming down there to play. So
Liverpool and Man U.
Man U. Okay.
They're playing each other.
Popular teams.
So two Premier League teams.
So is
playing
this a season game or is this like a friendly?
it's a friendly. This could be 2 to in the inning. Throw down at first, not in time. But yeah, it's a preseason friendly.
Okay.
Meaning it
preseason. I got you.
doesn't count
Okay.
towards the record.
Gotcha.
Now batting
Just a final
number
tune-up
3,
between the two teams, and they get to do it across the pond.
Kind of like what the NFL is doing.
Right.
Expanding out to London and Germany.
Runners on the corners, 2 away. MJ Lee, the second baseman.
I appreciate you spewing your knowledge of the Premier League to an old-timer like myself.
Hey, it's great Saturday morning viewing,
Yeah.
the Premier League.
I mean, that is truly like the elite league,
Yeah,
right?
It is.
So don't you have to win so many points, like the bottom 4 teams fall out or something
Yeah,
like that? So
bottom 3 get relegation.
relegation. So they
That
get
means they get moved down to
to
another division.
lower league.
The top 4 teams get automatic bids into the Champions League,
Okay.
which is a little group stage turned into knockout round
Okay.
of the best clubs in Europe. The
I like
UEFA Champions League. You got to be in the top 4 of the Premier League to qualify for that each year.
Wow.
A lot of games within the games. As that one's shallow into right center field. Pumpkin Chamberlain makes the grab. Greenwood needing a run in the bottom half. 15-6 here from Eagle Park. We'll catch you on the other side. Back at Eagle Park, Graham Simpson, Jim still with you. It'll be Marnarian Chamberlain, 2 up to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Greenwood, with a run in this inning, would be up 10 runs after 5 innings, which would be the run rule. That's what they're in search for, facing Giddings on the mound. Eagles have done a great job of getting traffic on the base paths all night long. No reason to stop that now, and it'll start with Punkin Chamberlain.
Now batting for your Eagles, right fielder number 5, Marnarian Chamberlain.
First pitch in from Giddings. A strike on the outside.
Chamberlain, another solid night for the Eagles.
Another strike call. That one down and away.
Going down to the wire in L.A., man, and Miami. Clemson on both sides of the United States. Baseball team up 2-1 going to the 9th against Miami. Tigers and Wildcats 66-63 right now.
Oof.
2 minutes.
Now 1-2 to Marnarian Chamberlain. Riley Latham is on deck. Chamberlain a bouncer to third. That's going to stay fair. Tough hop for Holmes. And Chamberlain, the leadoff man, is aboard at first.
And that's the run we got to get across home plate to end this thing. And that would have been tough to get.
Now
Marnarian.
Yeah.
Number 15, Riley Latham.
Riley Latham with a bit of Outcast on his walk-up song. First pitch in from Giddings is going to be thrown down to first. Chamberlain back in safely. High and tight to Latham on the first pitch of the AB. Chamberlain at first, that would be the game-winning run if he were to come across and score. It's turned into a chilly night here in Greenwood.
Yeah. Got short sleeves on, got a little team-issued gear. Nice.
Hey, don't ask where I got it from.
Short sleeve hoodie.
They always hooking me up.
Uh-oh.
Throw down to first, gets away. Chamberlain now will speed all the way across to third base and stop there.
Don't understand why you're entertaining that. I do, but you can't throw it away there. I know you want to keep the winning run off second base, but now you've essentially put them 90 feet away.
Nobody out. Let's put one in play and walk out of here.
That's right.
Ball and a strike into Latham, whose mindset at the plate now is going to completely change.
Yep.
With
Infield drawn in.
Yep. Chamberlain at third, pitches upstairs. That one's downstairs as well.
Good eye by Riley.
Infield in, as you mentioned, Jim. Chamberlain's at third base. Greenwood up by 9 runs in the bottom of the 5th. This is to make it 16-6 if they can drive in Chamberlain.
There it is.
That's going to be plenty deep enough. Out into left center field. The catch is made out in center. Scoring from third is Marnarian Chamberlain. He'll cross home plate, and that'll do things. Greenwood wins 16-6 on a run rule victory in the 5th inning. Great job for Greenwood to get back on track in the W column.
Yeah, exactly what the doctor ordered for the Eagles tonight, and they got out to a quick start by courtesy of Jaden Adams' 2-run home run, and they never really looked back. So really, really good job up and down the lineup, pounded out a ton of hits. And there's one thing that I'm sure Coach Baker wants to improve upon is is, there at the end, our our bullpen didn't come in and shut the door like you would have liked to see. But on the flip side of that, you got to give Westside a ton of credit for battling.
It started off with Jaden Adams' 2-run homer in the first. A grand slam from Luke Godwin was a part of a 7-run second inning. In the fourth, Eagles got back with the scoring 3-run homer from Will Bice. Also scoring and getting hits were Luke Godwin, Matt Murray, and Landon Still. And then Chamberlain was driven in on the sac fly RBI to center field from Riley Latham. That's the final score. 16-6. Eagles able to get the victory tomorrow at Westside. We believe a 6:30 start. Good Friday baseball. Greenwood a chance to take a region series after losing the last one to Easley. They were able to sweep Berea earlier in the year, and a chance to put some pressure on the region standings tomorrow at Westside.
Yeah, this is a keep pace series, Graham, and Greenwood definitely kept pace with the Easleys and the Greenvilles tonight. They'll have to go on the road, but I just think it was a quality win when Jade Adams, who got the start tonight, picks up the win, and he's essentially your fourth starter, and he did a tremendous job. And, we get to go on the road tomorrow. We'll throw one of our better arms in Luke or Matt. Not sure which one's going, but definitely have a chance to get some things done and take care of business tomorrow night.
Eagles will do it again tomorrow against the Rams. Catch us there in Anderson around 6:25 for first pitch, as Greenwood looking to stay undefeated on the week. See you there. Until next time, Graham Simpson, Jim Still signing off.